If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $8 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.
This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start. I got 3 people with me, if you want to come. Yep. So what's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin. Any weapons in the house at all?
No.
Okay. Well, my name's Gordon. I'm sorry to meet you like this, Kevin.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about Ariel, okay? If you don't mind. You can shut the door. I don't want anybody to... Want to just kind of have a seat here, or...
I guess.
All right. And of course, I'm on your property, so everything's just being filmed for safety reasons. I'm not here to blast you or do anything stupid like that. I could have done that already, so I'm not here to do it here, all right? Of course, it's voluntary to talk to me. I want you to understand that, but I also want you to understand I didn't have to come here and talk to you. You know what I mean? I have every single thing saved. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of know what I'd be here to talk to you about?
I mean, yeah, I figured that out.
Okay. I'm glad you're not stupid. I appreciate it. I mean, I like the collection you have of just retro stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah. So how old are you?
30.
30? Are you, so you're actually 30?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your last name?
So, what's this?
Well, I know your last name. I'm just going to see how honest we are.
So, who are you?
Well, my name's Gordon. We're just a group just called... We just make sure that kids don't talk to adults and vice versa. But, you know, obviously, you know, this could go one of many ways. And, you know, one of the things that I appreciate out of people is every single person does or makes mistakes. You know, I'm not perfect. Nobody, you're not, he's not, nobody is. But, you know, it's how we address them. And, you know, you're not 50, you're 30, right? You're not a kid, but you're also not some old fart just going around. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I do want to kind of see where we are honesty-wise, and you know, honesty is always something I'm willing to work with. Okay, like I'm not, you know, I could scold him about anything, right? I could scold him about anything. I could scold you about anything, but you know, the thing that I actually do scold people on is they're just not honest. You know what I mean? And honesty is something I appreciate. So that's why I'm asking, what is your last name? Okay. So. Before we get into anything, what do you think I am talking to you about here?
About that girl online.
All right. How old is that girl online?
Apparently 13 from what I
Okay.
heard.
I appreciate your honesty. I think it's going to go pretty damn smoothly if you keep that up. Okay. What do you think I'm talking to you about with her?
Speaking inappropriately, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. What was some of the stuff said back and forth?
I mean, I don't know exact words to say.
Yeah. I don't need it. Just a general, like, kind of summary of what happened.
Make sure everything general
Yeah.
stuff. And,
Okay. Were any pictures sent one way or the other?
yeah.
Okay. What was sent to her?
Nude shots, whatever.
Okay. Of your.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep. Keep doing what y'all do.
Will do. Nude shots of your were sent to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she send you any nudes back?
No.
Okay. So, I'm talking to you about something that happened today. You were in a Walgreens parking lot.
CVS.
Yeah, CVS, right. What was why were you at a Walgreens? Why were you at a CVS parking lot today?
Well, originally, we were supposed to meet up and I was going to get off work and go over there.
Okay, what do you do for
But
work?
I work in a factory.
Okay, well, like, you don't have to say where, but like, what kind of stuff do you build?
Oh, it's like tool and die stuff.
Tool and die stuff?
Yeah.
So what product does that end up going on to?
Brackets for cars and stuff.
Okay, well, I mean, thank you for that. Not everybody's willing to work in a factory, and I appreciate what you're willing to do for people, so.
Yeah, I've been there since I got out of school.
Really? So you've been 12 years there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. How much you get paid an hour, if I may ask?
Well, I started out minimum wage in
Okay.
2011.
Sure.
And I worked my way up from, start out sorting parts, stuff like that. Then running the welder. Just like a spot welder, you push the buttons, it comes down, puts the nut on the bracket and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was a press operator for the majority of it. And now I work up in the tool and die repair.
Okay, nice. So what are they paying you?
I'm up to 23, 20 something now.
It's not bad. Enough to afford this and a good collection of stuff.
Yeah. It used to be, when I first started, it was $750, so it's pretty.
Yeah, three times the pay isn't too bad. What did you, any other apps you talk to Ariel on besides Instagram?
No.
Okay. Did y'all like talk to her on like Telegram or anything?
No.
Okay.
I was asked about Telegram, I said I don't have it.
Okay. How true is that?
What?
You have Telegram?
No, I don't have it.
Okay. Okay. Just genuinely curious what you know about. Okay, so you're supposed to meet her up today. What was kind of, and I know it's hard to talk about, but again, I'm willing to work through everything here.
Yeah.
What was kind of supposed to happen today? Without me having to go through every single one of these and, you know, embarrass you, waste our time, and any of that.
Well, nothing specific. If it had happened, it would have been whatever she had wanted to do.
Okay, so nothing,
But then
no.
obviously, I was feeling pretty bad about it and decided to backtrack and leave.
Well, I'm not going to discuss that with you because you were waiting on her to come outside, so I'm not going to even entertain that, what you just said there. So, but that's kind of something I was trying to figure out because to me there's a big difference between forced and consensual. So you said leave it, if it were to happen, it would have been her decision.
Yeah.
What are we talking about there with that?
Well, everything that's in that, I mean.
Okay, so for example, intercourse would have been her decision today?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so today...
Yeah, I was feeling pretty iffy about it and
Okay.
back and forth, obviously.
Sure. Well, so today intercourse would have only happened if she was, I guess, the one to bring it up or either willing to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what if she said no to intercourse?
And nothing happened.
Okay. Were you planning on using like a or
I don't think I even discussed that, but
well, I mean, what was going on in your mind there? Like, do you have a ready or?
I've got one in there, but
Okay. I mean, was that something that, you know, you were planning on using if she was okay with it, or were you planning on doing it? Like, I mean, no judgment here.
no.
So which one?
Well, if I was going to, then I guess
Okay. Okay.
But I never.
Yeah, obviously she never came over here, but okay. So would you find it hot if I took a pic of my over a pic of you to make it look like you're about to suck it? And you sent her here a picture of you. Okay. Do you ever do a few to her?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I just did that picture.
Oh. Well, you took a few photos of your.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But that was not something. That was something I already had saved on my phone at one time.
Okay.
I just sent it.
Okay. Well, so did you do anything specifically to her?
I don't think it did.
Okay. So this right here, what video is this right here?
Video, I guess.
Okay. Okay, this is your profile picture, I think. Well, no, you always wear gray sweats. So you say here, your mom definitely wouldn't want you hanging out with me.
Right.
I want to feel you close, put my arms around you, and touch your beautiful body wherever you'd let me. Okay, so like you said, consensual stuff, not anything forced. I'd love to see the reaction on your face when I start rubbing you down there. Would be cute if you made sounds for me. She says, hee, what kind of sounds you want me to make? And here on your end it said, if I made you moan whimper, it would be pretty hot, but more so if the moan was real and not faked. So what about kind of this whole thing was appealing to you? I mean, I'm not judging at all, but
I mean, I don't know. You probably talked to several people before, I'm assuming.
yeah, but you know, a lot of them are like how'd I put it? A lot of them come across a lot worse.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of them are just like, I mean,
They've actually done that before.
yeah, I mean, word, and no, you know, I didn't really see that from you. Like, that's why I mean, if they pulled the same stuff that you did today of just kind of driving around, giving us a goose chase, I would have just given up and said, no, okay, that's it, I don't give a fuck anymore. But since I guess you are actually 30 and you didn't have any of those really, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really make up stuff.
Yeah.
Never really did.
Yeah, but since you didn't have any of those like really forceful messages, I was like, okay, I mean, let's just give this guy a chance to actually talk about it. So, so I guess a better question is like, how did this kind of curiosity start for you? I'm not talking about with her. I'm talking about like this younger stuff.
I guess sometimes the internet can be like a downward spiral when you get on places like Reddit and this and that.
A rabbit hole. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's just, I don't know. I guess it's just certain things appeal to somebody after you. It's not like you just start there, I guess.
Yeah, no, I know you didn't wake up one day and say, I want to text a 13-year-old girl. Like, I get that. So you said a downward spiral. So how did Reddit take you through a downward spiral?
I guess there's a lot of like the what you call not safe for work subs, and there's all kinds of people of all kinds of ages and stuff on there. And whatever.
Oh, okay. So Reddit isn't only just 18 plus.
No, I think it's 13 plus.
Okay. So how did Reddit kind of so what specifically on Reddit?
There's people that basically probably shouldn't be on there that are on there.
Oh, like younger girls. Okay. So about what? So I assume they talked to you then.
Yeah.
Okay. How old were these chicks? I mean, how long ago and how old were they?
Various teenagers, like from that age, a little older to 20s. You know.
Okay, so 13 into adulthood even.
Yeah.
Okay.
College girls, teenagers.
Yeah, that's fair. What are some of the things? So, say a 13-year-old on Reddit. Like, what would be the topic of discussion with it?
I mean, in the past, probably similar to that.
Really?
But it varies. It depends if I came across a post and just wanted to have a chat or something.
Sure.
Or
So,
if they found my profile, if I posted something or whatever.
so they would make a post and then people would just kind of message them?
Yeah, pretty much that's how it goes on there.
What kind of, so yeah, I don't really know Reddit too well. I know other apps, like obviously I'm an Instagram whiz, but I'm not familiar with Reddit too much. So what kind of post would a 13-year-old girl make on Reddit?
I don't know. Life advice, make new friends, chat, whatever kind of stuff.
Just kind of an ad to talk to somebody.
Yeah, there's literally like a sub for pretty much any topic, I guess.
Got it. Oh, okay. Got it. So Reddit's pretty worldwide. Or pretty diverse in what you... So you can talk about like football on there, you can talk about NASCAR, or...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit of... with Reddit. Then Hero said, I'd love for you to drain the me. So in what way did you mean that?
I mean, there's no other way to mean it, I guess.
Well, there's sucking.
Both, I guess.
Okay. From having, okay, by pleasuring me, feeling your touch, use your mouth on from having. I love showing you off, knowing that you were supposed to not to like each other due to the taboo of our age difference. It's hot to me. So the yeah, you can just flip that off. So the taboo is okay. So you said here the taboo is kind of hot to you. Can you kind of, because again, like I think you're someone that's young enough to kind of separate yourself from this type of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So what would that taboo like? What I mean, obviously I know what taboo is, but how is that hot to you? You know, I'm just using your words here for that.
I suppose just sometimes the risk of whatever makes it appealing or something. You know. I mean, I don't know how to explain what makes someone turned on or
Okay.
like something, whatever.
For sure. So how long ago did that Reddit rabbit hole start for you?
I guess a couple of years.
Okay.
A year or two.
So this, I'm not saying this is overtaking your life, but this kind of, you know, stuff with people a little bit younger than 18 has kind of just been a part of your life off and on for a couple years.
Estimated, I suppose, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying like, you know, July 15th, 2019. Everything just switched. Yeah, I know. Okay. Any other apps besides Reddit where this stuff has kind of been talked about and can maybe get someone carried away or down a rabbit hole?
No, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. But.
Yeah, in your experience, like, what are some other ones that people have talked about on Reddit or whatever?
Well, like I said, I don't have Telegram, but I knew about Telegram.
Okay, Telegram. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna. Okay. Where did you see Telegram talked about? In Telegram, they said Telegram was like a thing for this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you see them talk about Telegram?
On Reddit.
On Reddit.
Okay. Subs and stuff.
Got it. I do want to send you a text message here.
Okay. You want me to do just type in a number or something?
Sure.
So what are you gonna do with this?
Just kind of want to stay in touch with you after tonight. And I texted you my name too. Okay, is this like a real number or is this like...
Yeah, but it's turned off. My phone's powered off.
Really?
Yeah, I laid it on my charging.
Oh, okay, but your phone's not like off. So Kevin, right?
Yeah. No, I had it in there charging on my nightstand.
Got you. What's going on?
This is like feedback.
Okay. Was that like messing with anything?
No.
Okay, can you just unplug that?
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So, Telegram was something like that. Okay. Did they talk about any other apps on Reddit?
I don't really use any of those other apps. They have other apps, yeah.
Which ones have they talked about? Because, you know, obviously I'm here talking to you, but there are truly bad people out there that do use those other apps religiously. Yeah. And if you can kind of point me in the direction of the other apps, we can not only, I mean, yeah, sure, we found someone going after a 13-year-old or opposing ads, whatever, big deal. But, from there we can actually, if with your good information, we can actually find people that are doing this in person, in real life, filming this. And I'm not talking about 13-year-olds. I mean, like, just anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So what other apps have you seen them talk about on Reddit?
Well, I know there used to be Wicker, but I think shut down now.
Yeah, Wicker shut down. Yeah. Any other ones you brought up?
There's probably Session, maybe.
Sessions. Okay.
That's pretty much about all I know.
Sessions is kind of a new one, I heard.
I think so.
Okay. So what kind of do they post similar stuff on Reddit to like Telegram, for example?
I have no idea. I've never seen Telegram.
Okay, got it. So about how many younger ladies under 18 over the years do you think have talked to you or whatever, messaged you online?
Well, assuming that they're honest about their ages, I have no idea who is.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, of course.
I mean, probably dozens, I guess.
Dozens. It's just been a lot. Okay.
Literally just random. I mean,
just
all over.
Yeah. Anybody that was in Kentucky?
No, I don't think so.
All right. How long have you had this phone number for?
Ever since I got a smartphone on my own plan. So it's been. I used to be on my dad's plan for a long time, and I'm trying to think. It's been probably 10.
Okay, yeah, so a long time. That's fine. Okay, so say we talked to dozens of people that are younger than 18 over the years. How many of them saw your, and how many of them sent nudes back and forth to you?
I don't know, maybe half and half, but probably.
Okay, so some of these chicks have actually were brazen enough to just go ahead and send a stranger a nude online.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, and you reciprocated those sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time somebody purporting they were under 18 sent you a nude photo?
I don't know. It's been a while because it's been probably just a month that I was texting back and forth there. So.
Okay, so you didn't text anybody else in the course of this month? Okay. Is Reddit like something on your phone, computer, or?
Well, it used to be on my phone, but I deleted it.
Okay. When'd you get rid of Reddit?
Today.
Today?
Yeah.
After this kind of happened?
Yeah.
Okay. What other apps did you get rid of today?
Yeah, Instagram. I deleted it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Basically just tried Facebook and I think Snapchat. That's about it.
Okay. So did you ever have a Telegram account?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I downloaded it before, and then it asked for a phone number or something, so I just didn't use it.
When'd you download it?
I don't know. I could pull up my Google Play or something, I guess, if you want. But
Okay.
I just never used it, though.
Okay. I see. Ever have the app Kick?
I have had that, yeah.
Okay. Do you have Kick still?
No.
Okay. Any, trying to think, man. Because we did see you on Telegram a few months ago.
Yeah, I had it. I downloaded it, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
but I never actually got around to using it.
Okay. Because it asked for a phone number.
Yeah, I didn't really like that.
Okay.
Because no other apps seem to do that. Like you can use email or you can use this or that.
Sure. Have you come across any other adults online that kind of talk about younger people under 18? Like it's just like forums, discussion boards?
Yeah, but like you said, what you're talking about they're looking for kind of gross me out because I'm not into the...
Right. So where'd you see that being talked about though? Because that's definitely something I'd want to go on.
That's usually like Reddit subreddits.
Subreddits. What would these subreddits be called?
Like cupcake jerk buds, like random inappropriate stuff.
Okay.
Whatever.
And what would they kind of talk about?
They talk about like selling nude photos and exposing people's pictures
of underage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they post these photos publicly, or are these like in the DMs?
They'll usually post a thing like click here to buy or click here to chat, whatever, and then it gets taken down usually shortly after.
Sure.
The moderators on there, so
okay.
Yeah, they get on there and they're pretty open about it.
Wow. Have any of them tried to DM you to trade before?
Yeah, I usually ignore it because I just wanted to talk to some chick and something, not some random
guy. Yeah. What do they ask you to trade?
Basically what you're talking about.
CP.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this something so this is like a direct messages to you?
Yeah, I've been messaging them before.
Okay.
I've had accounts and stuff on there.
So do you like so how would they have found you? Do you like make posts on those forums too? Just saying.
You get on there and you're looking for like a sexting partner or something, or like somebody to chat with,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll get all kinds of different people. Some of them just say, "Hey, whatever." This is, but some of them they're just like you say, they're looking for that kind of stuff.
Okay, so people have DM'd you after that asking to trade.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's kind of a tough question, but obviously the only reason I'm asking you this is because there's a fat difference between just being online and, you get wrong place, wrong time. Somebody just, pulls you into something you didn't even ask to be a part of. Because from what I'm gathering, you obviously, you're just looking for people to talk to, but, you're in the same just kind of area as people that are actually up to some no good. So with that, I want to ask, how many of these people, and if any have, I do want to try to get their names, if to the best of your knowledge you can remember, how many of these people have tried to like send you like nudes of younger people?
Oh, I don't know any names or anything like that because they're usually pretty proud about that stuff on there, and they don't go by the real name. They just have some made up account.
Okay. How many of those people do you think have sent you nudes of younger people? Like, you told me like people posing as like, or posing or real, you didn't really know.
Right.
But, there's been purported teenagers under 18 that sent you nudes. I'm not asking that. I'm asking, have there been any adults, or if there have been, how many do you think, adults that have had, have collected nudes of younger ladies under 18 or younger guys under 18 and just spammed you with it or sent it to you unsolicited, stuff like that? Because that's definitely we want to go after those people. So how many do you think have done that, or how often does it happen? Or
Well, it has happened before.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know like a number or anything.
Okay, I guess how often does it happen then?
Well, I don't really know how to.
Okay. Over the course of a month, how many times do you think it goes down?
Probably a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
They just send you junk.
Well, I don't know about that, but because like I said, I'm not interested in that.
No, I know, but just either they just, I'm not saying you ask for it. I'm just saying how many times over the course of like a month do people just send you a nude photo of some underage person?
Maybe once a month.
Once a month, okay.
That'd be probably more.
So it happens like once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they send you pictures, videos, both, or?
Yeah, I've had people send me pictures and videos. And
What?
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god. What app would you say it's the worst on for that type of stuff?
I still say definitely Reddit.
Really?
The worst.
So Reddit just allows people to send that?
Well, I don't know if it's like just in their messages like that.
But basically, Reddit doesn't moderate it.
They'll ask you. Yeah, they'll usually ask you if you have Telegram or something like that. I'm like, no, I'm not downloading. I'm not getting on Telegram and messaging on Telegram.
Yeah. Holy cow. So do they send you so when they send you that kind of, younger stuff, naked under 18, do they usually send you these pics and videos? Is it like a link to access them, or do they just send it in the chat? Like, how does that kind of work? Or is it both, or?
Yeah, I guess both, and I don't like to click no links, so I don't trust it.
Okay. Do you know what the links are called that they send?
No, not really. It'll be like it's almost like a website or something.
Really?
And it's like some generic letters and numbers, and it looks fishy.
Okay. Are those websites in English or other languages?
It'll be like HTTP, / whatever.
So what does the layout of those websites look like?
I mean, it's literally random letters and numbers. So.
No, sure, but say the link's clicked on, what is it? What do you kind of see? Because there are a few websites I have in mind that we're kind of working with here, and I wonder if that even extends to Reddit too, because we're definitely working on finding who made those websites and the people on those websites. Yeah. And you don't come to mind with that, but I think you're a piece of. You can be a piece of the puzzle, helping me figure it out. And obviously, the more you separate yourself from those types of people, obviously the more, you've been doing a great job of that, which I really appreciate, dude.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to ask you, what do the layouts of those sites look like when it's clicked on?
It'd probably be like a thing pulling up, asking to make a username or password or something.
Okay. But, But what does it show image or picture-wise or video-wise on those sites?
Like GIFs or something, you know.
Of children?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some of the age ranges that these bozos have tried to link you to?
Pretty much as low as it goes, and that's, like I'm telling you, it's...
Like infants, toddlers?
Yeah.
Dude. People just are into...
I guess.
So are there like... When it comes to infants, are there like videos, pictures, both?
I try to stay away from them. I'm serious. Like, I don't do that.
Okay. But so where have you seen? But you've seen them post infants and toddlers and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just look, man. I know, dude. I 100% know you're not into that stuff.
No,
I don't think I'd be here talking to you if you were. But the reason I want to ask is because we've all seen the video go down, right? Where. Well,
I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, but we've all like the story is that I mean the story of that is that now I mean
allegedly,
right, and we're not saying anything untrue. That
What are you
is
talking about?
Well, no, we just say alleged because we don't want to get sued for anything. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I don't know how.
that's a whole nother story. My fault.
Stay on subject.
My fault.
I mean, seriously, have you seen Okay. Whatever. Anyway, that's the story. But it's not pleasant to watch, though, in all seriousness.
Right.
Watching a car wreck is not pleasant to watch, but we've all seen it. If you see somebody burning down the apartment next to you, you're going to tell who it is. You watching an arsonist burn something doesn't make you culpable. So that's why I'm asking about these videos of infants and toddlers. Do I think that you're in them? Obviously not. Do I think that you like them? Obviously not. But do I think you can also give valuable info to try to find some of these people in them? I'm not saying you're going to tell me, like, from Thailand of course you don't know that. But even if you can narrow down a region of the world or a race, I mean, that eliminates so many people. So that's why I'm asking, what typically goes down in these infants and toddler videos? I hate to ask you to relive it, but you're doing a good thing right now.
People doing stuff that the kid obviously doesn't even know what's going on.
Okay. So by people, who do you mean?
Grown dudes or even women. Yeah.
So you see videos of women doing infants?
Well, they've people that groom toddlers and stuff like that.
Okay. So, but I'm saying you see videos of women doing that?
I have seen because, like you said, somebody adds you in a group or something, and like you said, like I used to kick or something.
Yeah.
That's another reason, But yeah, that people would add you in a group or something.
Sure.
And I'd be in the group for like 24 hours or something. And
of course. So what are like
yeah, there'd be one person who's like into teens or something,
mm-hmm.
and somebody jumped in there and made that kind of stuff.
The bad apple, yeah. So what's kind of going down in these videos? Like what have you seen these asshole women or these men do to these infants and toddlers? Like what sex have you seen happen to these?
Force, like penetration or whatever.
They do this to babies?
I guess, yeah. Someone does it there.
Oh my god! How long are these videos typically?
I don't know, not very long. I think they just use it some.
Oh, dude, I love the scorpions.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, dude, you're the guy that was off screen. I had 6 band members. Holy. No. I would say there's no one like you, but I think there's 5 people here like you, so that wouldn't work. Only 80s metalheads would get that one. But you're a classic rock guy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Who's your favorite band?
Honestly, probably Judas Priest.
Okay.
Because their consistency, how many good albums they got and stuff.
Yeah. There's not a bad Judas Priest song.
Yeah.
I'm a 90s guy. I like Stone Temple Pilots. You heard of them?
Yeah.
You like them okay?
They're all right. I'm not as big into the '90s stuff. I mean, I grew up in the '90s.
Of course.
I just feel more like the '70s and '80s stuff.
Yeah. No, I used to be a big Queen fan. Yeah, no, this music just got pretty after 2005.
Yeah.
Okay, so how often are these scumbags posting like these infants and toddlers? Like, is it
I mean,
often?
honestly, they probably do it all the time out there. I'm sure.
But in your experience in the groups you've been in, how often is it? Like, is it just as much as the teens, or is it like?
I wouldn't say just as much.
Okay. More okay, so kind of like a more rare thing.
Yeah, it's more, I guess, because even like I say, somebody who's into somebody that's younger doesn't necessarily mean that.
Right. There's levels to it.
Yeah.
There's levels to it. Have these people ever talked about like the dark web at all?
I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about that.
Okay. I see. Gosh, so Kick, Telegram, those two are pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on Kick anymore too much, because that seems like it was maybe it was a peak like 10, 15 years ago or something.
Sure.
But yeah, it still exists.
What's like the new one they're all using now?
Well, the thing with like something like what Wicker was or what Session is you can't just like find a random person on there. You basically go through Reddit to find.
Okay.
Because they have like a code you gotta give or something.
Oh, on Sessions?
Yeah.
Okay. So how does Sessions kind of work? Like, what's like the layout of that?
It's like your profile code is like a bunch of random numbers, and you basically copy and paste it in there.
Really?
And you'll get, random chats or something.
Okay.
If people find the code on there.
When did you get Sessions?
Probably a year ago.
Okay. Got it. So are there like groups on Sessions, kind of like on Kick, or is it
I don't think
individual?
they have groups. I know
More individual stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of goes down when individuals talk to you on Sessions?
Just general like dirty chat and whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you know, Kevin. Sessions is one that I know pretty well. I know it's new. It ain't just chats on Sessions.
That's what they do have.
Huh?
They do have groups on there.
No. But I'm saying, like, yeah, sure, they talk to you and stuff like that. But, I'm trying to get at what pictures are being sent on Sessions, because I know Sessions is Telegram on steroids. That's what I've heard from a few people. And two people completely unrelated to each other. No, they didn't know each other. They both told me that Sessions is Telegram on steroids. So, I do believe people have, of course, chatted dirty to you on there, but I have a very, very, very good feeling. Well, actually, I just know that people are, slinging around pics like no tomorrow on Sessions. Would I be wrong about that?
No, I'd say you're right.
Okay. So these are, so this is like in an individual setting. These people are doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So peer to peer?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they sending any boy stuff?
No.
Okay. So not peer to peer.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So how often are they just kind of sending you this on Sessions?
Well, it'd just be if I get on there and get bored and want to chat or something.
Okay. When's the last time they were chatting you up on there?
I haven't been on there in about a week.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So is it like pretty much anytime you get on there, it's just kind of a bombardment?
Of what, new pictures? Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. If you had to guess, how many pictures per session on Sessions? I'm a little bit of a poet, so how many pictures per session on Sessions are they kind of sending in one? If you had to guess, like, is it like spam? Is it here and there? Like, how does it kind of work?
It depends on the person.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the worst you've seen?
Of somebody sending stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's just on there just sends all kinds of stuff, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
So someone just spammed you with all bunch of.
Yeah, I mean, I've sent, pictures back and stuff here and there.
Yeah. So where do you get those pictures from to send people?
From them, or whatever.
Okay.
Have you seen anything with like animals and kids?
No.
No. Okay. It's just been. It's a weird way to put it, but it's just been like the human species. It hasn't crossed another line.
Right.
Okay. Got it. It's kind of f***ed up to put it that way, but it's definitely less f***ed up than the other. What age ranges have these idiots sent on sessions?
Well, I had mostly just stuck with like 13 to 17 or
Okay.
18 to 21.
Well, that might have been what you sent, but I'm asking what people sent you. So I care about those people more than you, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I'd usually, if I was on exchange like that, then I would try to keep it the same because I didn't want below that. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I know there's what we want, but I also know that people on sessions have no chill. So I'm just asking the lowest someone sent you on sessions. I'm not asking what you want. I believe that you want a 13 and up, okay? You don't have to prove that to me. I believe that, man. I'm just asking what's the lowest someone sent you on sessions.
Maybe 10 or 11 or something, I guess.
10 or 11. Were these videos, pictures, or?
Like pictures and stuff. I don't have any of that stuff. I deleted it.
You deleted sessions?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you delete sessions?
I deleted it today.
Okay. Okay, so when you would send stuff to people, what would you send on sessions?
Usually the kind of stuff like that, myself or whatever mostly.
Okay. Well, nobody's sending you child, and then you're not sending your back. It's not really how it works. So just come on, what are you sending them on sessions?
Well, if I was trying, I'd usually want just to find somebody that I could with, assuming that they're a real girl, and that kind of exchange. But yeah, sometimes somebody would just want to trade pictures. Like if it wasn't fun to chat with or something, and be like, I guess that's fine,
Yeah, just kind of participate. Yeah.
Pictures.
I get it. So okay, so you sent some nudes of like 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, other people.
Maybe 15, 16, 17, something like that.
Okay, just nudes of that age group. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Any megalinks at all? Like, how prevalent is that?
No, I mean, I've heard of that. And that's also something that people have posted stuff on Reddit groups and stuff.
They posted megalinks on there? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you kind of describe the format of a megalink?
I haven't seen one in quite a while, but
yeah, the last time you've seen what does it kind of look like?
Like I remember there's like a red logo. I'm pretty sure
a red logo. Okay. Yeah, Kevin, I know that, but I mean, what is it kind of what does it show on the megalink? Is what I'm asking.
It's like isn't it like a drop down file with like a bunch of picture folders or something?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. I'm really
sure it is.
Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay.
I'm not too familiar with it, but yeah.
How many megalinks do you think you've seen, like clicked on or whatever?
Probably only like a couple.
Okay. How many photos were on those megalinks?
Usually like an overwhelming amount.
Really?
Yeah.
Ballpark me.
Like a couple hundred or 300.
What? When's the last time you saw one of those things? And if
it's been a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So when you would send people this, God, how do I put it? When you would send people like these nude photos of younger ladies under 18 or videos, whatever, how would you send them? Like, would you send links as well? Would you like put it in the chat?
I never had links. I only used like the session map or Reddit chat or stuff like that.
Okay, so you sent a few on Reddit too?
Yeah, in the DMs. Like,
sure.
You can't really, I think you can't even send videos in there as I know of unless it is like a link.
Really?
That's mostly just pictures there.
Got it. What's your Reddit name?
Well, I've had like a ton of different accounts. Just like you get banned and then you.
So you've been banned before?
Yeah, and
okay.
You come back. So it's literally just like random. Sometimes they just give you a random one. You don't have to even choose a name.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, but when you send something on a Reddit chat, where is it sent from though? Like, for example, if here I'm gonna text you a picture of your door right here. Is that kind of what it looks like in the Reddit chat? You just send him something like that, like a picture just in the chat like that, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Got it. Okay. So where are you sending this from? Like, is this like at some point was this kind of just on your phone or your computer? Like, how does that kind of work?
Yeah, it's mostly on my phone.
Okay. So there's a few stuff saved on your phone you probably shouldn't have saved.
At one point in time, yeah.
Okay.
But I was trying to just decide to get rid of it all. So
When'd you get rid of it?
today.
Okay. So you deleted some photos today?
Yeah.
Okay. About how big was your collection that you got rid of?
All the stuff for myself, and then all.
I'm talking about the underage pics.
I know, I'm
naked.
just saying all of it in general together. But probably a couple hundred pictures. But some of it's, maybe the same person or whatever.
Yeah, like duplicates.
And it wasn't all underage either.
Okay. How many nude pictures or videos of underage do you think you got rid of today?
Maybe half or 2/3 of that was probably that, I guess.
Okay. So a couple hundred just nude photos of kids or teens or whatever.
Well, maybe 100, I guess, and I guess.
Of just people under 18.
Yeah, I don't know an exact number.
Okay. But just not a shit ton, but not a small amount either.
Right, I guess,
Okay.
yeah.
Where was this saved? Was this like on your gallery or something?
Yeah, it was.
Wow. No given.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay. Do you have like an iPhone, Android, or
It's a Galaxy.
you have a Galaxy? Okay. God. I hate to ask you this because I don't want you to feel like I'm trying here. I don't know because I'm still trying to figure out. We'll talk about this after. I don't want you to here, but some of those photos, we knew there was some shit on there. There's videos as well too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of these videos, I think we were actually tracking for a while. Not specifically you, but I mean, just we think we know where they're coming from.
Okay.
Is there a way? Like, are they still in your trash? You think?
No, I emptied my trash, pretty sure. So.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay, but you didn't like do a factory reset or anything?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay. All right. I think we could still. Got it. Is your phone passcode protected?
No, I don't have a.
You don't even have a passcode on it.
No.
Damn! If the wrong person just found it. I mean, imagine Kevin. Imagine someone like 20-year-old just gets their hands on your phone and just starts like going. And he comes across that, and then he's like, I want to tell somebody about this. There was like no precautions taken?
No, I guess not, because that's something that'll catch up to you eventually, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. God damn. Was this like on a hidden folder or something?
8 nudes. Okay, so you only want to.
I just kept it in its own organized folder, I guess.
Okay, but was like that folder passcode protected?
No, I wasn't even sure how to do that on my gallery.
Okay. All right. Well, anything saved on your computer?
I don't really use it for nothing much.
Okay. Me gusta. Pickles. Starving. Can you see if Texas Roadhouse is still open?
Yeah. I gotta get my charger though because my phone just died.
All right, yeah, for sure. You want to use my phone or we'll charge it up pretty fast?
Huh?
You want to use my phone or
No, I can just.
Okay.
I'll just charge it.
Yeah, no problem.
You okay with it then? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. When's the first time?
So do you have like a girlfriend or anything at all?
No, not in,
No.
since 2019, 2020.
What happened?
I've seen her like right during the middle of the pandemic and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a 19-year-old student from over at UK, Lexington.
There you go. How'd y'all meet?
Tinder, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But no, she was like one that was really paranoid about going out and making contact and stuff, and like started feeling guilty about that. And she was still living at home too.
Really?
And she hadn't even told him about me yet and stuff. And so like, I wanted her to meet my family and stuff.
Sure,
but,
sure.
But yeah, we didn't ever get to that point. We kind of split up.
Got it.
Yeah.
Where's your family from?
Yeah, close by.
Oh, didn't even know. So are you like a country guy, or are you like a city slicker, or?
I grew up country family. So,
Okay.
I mean, I was mostly in rural areas and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, that's interesting. I see. So do you have any like kids of your own, or?
No, I don't.
No. Planning on that one day?
I never really have been interested too much. I mean, I suppose I could always change my future. You never know what your plans are, but no, it wasn't something I like strive for as like a goal or anything.
Yeah. Any like nieces and nephews?
No, my sister doesn't have kids. I just got sister, brother, and cousins, I guess.
Okay.
No kids.
Kentucky, many say sisters and brothers and cousins are all the same thing.
Of course, that happens everywhere.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay. What app primarily would you say has been the most extreme for, I guess, for lack of a better term, child your experience?
Well, I think if it was a web, I think Reddit is the center of it probably.
Okay.
And it branches off to Telegram and Session and Kick and Wicker and all those types of things.
So Reddit's kind of like the. I think that's where they find like those other apps too. You know. Okay, so it's like Grand Central Station, and then you can take the train to Telegram. You can take the train to.
That's pretty much the way to put it.
Okay, I see. So how'd you become like such a movie buff? Or.
Well, when I was growing up, my great grandmother used to have a big VHS collection and stuff, and so there's always something around to watch. My dad was always a big movie guy, so
Nice.
And I just when DVDs were still new, I just collected those when it came out, and just kind of stuck with physical media. So.
Nice. Well, I said not the best. What Monopoly game is that right there?
Oh, that's all Garbage Pail Kids stuff.
It's all what?
Garbage Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah. Okay. That's something I've been into since I was 10. They were from the 80s, and they brought them back in the 2000s.
Oh, so that's why you put all your photos of kids in the trash on your phone, because you're a fan of like Garbage Kids. You put them in the garbage on your phone. I see what you did. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay. I mean, that gives me a bigger peace of mind. Wow, I see. So,
they were a parody of Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh, the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I've never even heard of them before. That is interesting. Oh man. So you're actually 30 years old?
Yeah. 93.
God, dang, dude. God, you're so anonymous online, dude. Hard to find. Oh, you're 31.
Mm-mm. No, I turned 31 in April.
Oh, all right. Kevin Little.
It says approximate. You know.
Oh, yeah. Has anybody ever accused you of this type of stuff before? No. Has there ever been anybody like in person that's been like, Kevin did this to me, or, Kevin was with my kid and this happened, anything like that? No. Okay. Have you been on the dark web like even once or twice?
No.
Let's see. So all this mostly happens just on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. So I guess what prompted you in the first place to download Reddit? Or I guess how'd you stumble across this stuff on Reddit?
Well, originally I just heard that they had you could get on there and find if you're interested in something. There's like a sub for it. So if it was music, if it was this or that, they got subreddit for movies, horror movies, whatever. And then they also have like instead of just going to like, they got on there and stuff, So.
I see. Wow. What app would you say the worst is for when people post the infants and toddler stuff? Like, what app is that happening on the most in your experience?
It used to be Wicker was really bad for it.
Wicker was bad for it.
And that's probably why I got shut down.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Were there any other encrypted apps? Like, do you have like Viber or anything? Or
Never heard of that.
No Viber. What about Zangi or no? So it's just okay. So Wicker was a code too, like Sessions is.
Yeah, you had a username on there, but I can't remember how. It's been however long. Even before it shut down, it limited to where only pre-existing accounts could get on there. There was nobody new to fund.
Oh, okay.
So it's been like a year and a half or 2 or something.
Yeah. For sure. Where is your phone right now currently?
Like I said, it's
on the charger. Okay. Let's see. How long have you had that phone for?
Let's see. I traded it in. I was still making payments on it. I see the note there. But it's probably been maybe a year, a little over a year actually.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so with all the crap on your phone, you didn't factory reset it. You just kind of deleted it, then just emptied the trash.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you put anything new on your phone today? No. Oh man. So have you had the Mega app at one point?
I had it briefly, but I wasn't really a big fan of it, and it was like one of those things, kind of like like Google likes to back up your photos and stuff, and then you got like pay a service or something for it.
Yeah.
I don't really do the paid app stuff.
Okay. So
I just wasn't really into the random anonymous stuff that much. It was more like trying to find someone personal to connect with or something.
Yeah. So what was your goal with Ariel here? Like, what were you like? I'm not saying today, obviously we know that, but like, what was say today like happened? What would happen after? Like, what were you hoping this would become?
I don't know if they're just however it flowed, I guess.
Okay. So you were hoping for this to be something more than today?
I suppose, yeah. I guess that would be.
That's fair. Have there been any other younger ladies under 18 around like Ariel's age that have just kind of pursued that longer term relationship with you, or pursued like a relationship with you?
No, I never really had anything like as far as that goes, like partners on long term. It's usually like maybe a month or something.
Okay.
Talking, and usually somebody ghosts at some point or another. Usually that goes with most online interactions.
Got it.
Some people ghost after 1 day, some people ghost after a week.
Mm-hmm. So when you saw me come out of the car today, because I haven't really had a chance to ask anybody this, when you saw me come out of the car today and just kind of walk up to your car, what were you thinking?
Oh, the second time?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I think, is that the guy from before? I'm pretty sure I recognized that van. I was just like, what? So I knew it must have been a setup or something.
Did you actually go to CVS today yourself?
Yeah.
You walked into CVS?
I did, and I walked around, I looked at the aisles and stuff, and then I just never did buy anything or do anything. I just left.
Oh, God. You saw him at CVS?
Yeah. You had like a black van or something, right?
Yeah. You were actually in CVS?
Yeah.
Were you wearing like a hat or anything?
Yeah.
Any sunglasses?
No.
Did you like have your hair back at all? Or
no, like it is right now.
How the f*** did we miss you?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm so good. I'm so. Wait, I don't understand. Wait a second. You saw him in there?
I believe so. I think so. Around the counter area.
Did you go to the back of the store?
Yeah, at one point, yeah.
God damn it. Okay, so you came into CVS, and
I
then
walked around and looked at stuff.
okay.
Then I went back to my car.
Did you drive off, and then come like so? Okay, so you went to your car. You went to your car and left,
Mm-hmm.
but then you came back again. Is that when the cops came?
When I came back the second time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to CVS, didn't see anything, drove off, and then came back again. And that's when you saw a cop car.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you kind of figured the cops weren't with us. That was just a coincidence. When we saw the cop car, we were like, "Oh my god, god damn, dude! I'm torn. How the did it? Yeah. What? God damn it, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'll beat myself up for that later today. Wow. So I must ask.
What color shirt were you wearing?
Yeah, what color shirt were you wearing?
This.
What the?
Exactly.
Wow. Your couch is really comfortable. Huh. That's strange. Do you have like any friends or guys that you just kind of hang out with or anything? Or
I don't have a ton of close friends. I got basically one guy that I hang out with, like, about every weekend. Usually once or so at least.
okay. Did you know him like from high school or something? Or?
No, he's older than I am. And actually, he moved here from Wisconsin. He used to play in a band with a bunch of my buddies.
Do you play music at all?
No, I don't, but I was just always into it.
Okay.
As like a fan, I was a supporter and stuff.
Yeah,
I go
sure.
and hang out with him. We've had similar favorite bands. So.
There you go.
I don't go to concerts much anymore. But now I usually show the car shows and things.
What's the last concert you went to?
Probably one of the ones which I used to travel pretty far from. Like I've been to Texas to a festival before.
Where in Texas?
Houston. I went and saw there was like 30 bands there. It was all metal bands that don't really play on the side of the coast.
Sorry, you had to.
I've been to Cleveland. I've been to Michigan. But no, the last ones, probably Corbin Arena. I saw a couple of bands from the late 80s, early 90s, like Firehouse and Winger. And I saw Judas Priest and Queens right there for anniversary tours.
Okay.
And let's see, I saw the stadium tour a couple years ago. It finally happened like 3 years later after I got the league.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to see my whole city of Houston, but whatever. I guess it was worth it for all the bands. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you drive all the way down to Houston?
I did actually.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was a long. I got a couple of buddies that lived in Western Kentucky.
Okay.
And it's like 2.5, 3 hours from here. Plus
Right.
the Bowling Green.
Right.
And I actually went over because it was from them. It was like 15 hours, I think. And
Yeah, it
from
sounds
here,
about
from
right.
here it's more like 17, 18
Yeah,
hours.
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. And I went and stayed the night at their place. And then we got up early and left. And it took us all day. And we got there and stayed the night before. And we got up and went to the festival. And early the next morning, like 4 a.m, so I came back.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, we was down there for a couple of days or something just to hang around. But
Good food there, though.
yeah.
Wow. All right. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. So on Reddit, when you make a new account, because this is after tonight something that I would want to get on, just kind of infiltrate. Not your account, obviously, but just whatever. When you make a new account, you have to have a new email associated with it.
No, you don't have to.
No. So you just make one.
No, you can just keep using the same email address for multiple accounts on there.
Got it. Well, did your latest account have an email address?
Yeah, pretty sure it's just my own.
Okay. I want to see if there's a way we can friend each other on Reddit, just so I can kind of just give me the little wink, wink, nod, nod to some people. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
What is? Can you write down your email address here? And then your latest Reddit username if you can, because I do want to make an account and friend you there.
Let's see.
You're lefty too?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Me too.
Yeah, anything different like that, something people tease you about.
Yeah. Where'd you get from?
Uh,
Oh, your middle name.
yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. And what's your latest Reddit username?
Honestly, I don't even remember because that's your. I deleted the app off my phone,
Mm-hmm.
but I could maybe pull it up if you want.
Yeah. I'll be more. Yeah.
Oh.
And this tablet here, kind of is like, what would kind of go on the tablet? Same apps or something, or?
No, I don't really use the apps on there.
Okay.
I don't even remember if I remember my username and password. I'll probably just have to make a new one, I guess. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, sure.
That's where it's turned off. Take a second. I thought you texted it. Yeah, it's not public yet.
I texted, yeah.
It might take a minute. Anyways. Alright, finally got to it.
Yeah, maybe it, okay.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of.
All those usernames there? Here, pull up those usernames if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here.
I don't know how I got back to that screen again. Let's see.
Maybe continue, hold on. So I can always just have this for later. Continue with Google, maybe, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Google.
No.
Gmail, that's not. I don't use Gmail that much.
Okay. Dude, what the heck? You just had.
It only did that when I first downloaded the app.
Maybe try log in.
Okay.
Continue. Oh. Maybe just, if you don't mind, maybe just start downloading the app again.
Okay.
God, he had a ton of names on there.
I guess I can start the Google Play and uninstall and reinstall.
Yeah. Okay. Here,
I'm not gonna know any of this.
wait. Okay.
Yeah.
May I hang on to it for a sec?
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, some of those are probably older names. They just like once I got ran the first time, I just kind of kept getting on back on there. It's like a whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so what is
Just Crash Bandicoot.
does that mean?
Oh, PlayStation character.
Oh. Here for Team.
Yeah, just ran.
Okay. All right. That is great. All right. Bet I have all those saved. I'll text you if you don't mind. Like which names maybe we can try to use, and I don't know, kind of go at this together, find these six. You know what I mean? You ever have any water?
Yeah.
If you don't mind. Thanks, dude. I'm sleepy, man. I freaking went to the gym today, bro. I did some mildly heavy squats, and I'm just out of it. So I'm just. What's up, guys? So we're just stalling for the cops at this point. And as we're stalling, I go on a rant about an event that happened in late summer of 2001 that I don't really feel comfortable showing anywhere but Rumble. So anyway, if you just want to see the full video, it's on Rumble. Go to pin comment. Rumble's completely free. We post the videos before they go on YouTube anyway. And the whole thing is uncut on Rumble. I mean, again, I'm just stalling him, but some of the stuff I say, I feel much more comfortable with being on Rumble. So Rumble's in the pinned comment. Go there, completely free. And yeah, anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Where's your phone right now?
Oh, I was like you said that. Right there.
God, can you believe it was? Dude, what's up with the DoorDash driver, bro?
Speaking with something back.
What's up? Enjoy your.
Huh?
Oh, how's it going, sir? How are you all? Hi. I guess I'll vouch for you. Basically, we're just having a conversation here with Kevin, and basically there was just some internet stuff that happened earlier today, and there was these idiots were sending you child that phone, right? Just kind of willy nilly, just sending you that, huh?
In the past, yeah.
Yeah. But you said you got rid of all the child there today, right?
Yeah, I didn't have any. That say I had teen stuff and all that, but yeah, I deleted all photographs. I didn't want any part of none of that stuff.
Okay. But basically, like, nude teens, like 13 and up, you deleted on there, on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there was like nude teens of 13-year-olds on your gallery, but you actually got rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin, right? Kevin, these guys have permission to be in your residence?
Well, they knocked on my door, and
Okay. But you're still good with them being here?
I mean, I guess they're here now. So.
Okay. Do you mind stepping out and talking to us real quick?
Okay.
Do you want them, I'm not saying you have to leave them alone in the apartment, but
I mean,
It's up to you, big dog.
what do I do?
Oh, I think he wants you to scoot over so you can go.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, do I put shoes on or what? Like,
Well, that's up to you. I mean, I like to free feed myself, but that's totally your decision.
You said one of you guys has information or something? You want to talk to one of our officers?
Yeah, whichever one of you has the information, come and talk to me.
Kevin, may we come in instead? Would that be easier?
That would probably be.
I suppose that's fine.
Is that okay with you
Check.
guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whoever else come out and talk to Officer Coleman?
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and talk.
Sure.
It's a drawing. Coleman, let's go. I'll take you.
No. He drove off before he could say a word to him, but we found him here at his address, and we knocked on his door. He let us in. Over the course of our conversation with him in person, to possessing child on his phone. He said obviously after he left the Walgreens or the CVS, he deleted it all, but he didn't factory reset or do anything like that. He just did a soft delete, so it's easily recoverable. And that's why I made sure to say in front of the cops or in front of you guys that he had it on his phone, so y'all could hopefully have some probable cause to go take his phone. And yeah, he said he's traded child, received child. He said he's viewed videos, young infants and toddlers, and he admitted to wanting to meet up with his 13-year-old girl for today. And we understand in Kentucky that for it to be enticement or solicitation of a minor, it has to be a law enforcement officer or a real kid on the other end. So that's why, you'll see in most of the interview when we send it, that we really ask them for the child. We have multiple people in Kentucky arrested just based on child. So, that's what we think he could be arrested for. Arrested for when he held up his phone and get a warrant for it. Because he confessed and went into detail about a lot of stuff. And he also handed over his usernames on Reddit. One of them was verbatim. So he's definitely into underage for sure.
What platform did you start?
In Kevin's case, it was all on Instagram. So it started there, ended there.
How did you all make his address?
Well, we did a little bit of research. We had screenshots from the video call of him to the decoy. The decoy was a 13-year-old. We had screenshots of the video call with him on the from the decoy because he was using an anonymous name online. His name was and basically he found the tile that was used, or the tile on the floor of one of the video calls. We had a screenshot, and then we saw a message previously. So we basically looked at all the apartments around here, saw that, and we just kind of scanned the parking lot looking for his car, and we saw it, and we knocked on their door, and we're like, "Hey, have you seen this guy?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, he lives over there," and so we gave him his address.
Just willingly let you all just come on in and then just started spelling everything?
Yes. Inside, at the very beginning, I did reiterate to him that it is voluntary to talk to us. I didn't say, I didn't threaten the cops. I didn't threaten anything. I was just knocking on his door. Granted, I was knocking pretty loud, but I wasn't like, "Kevin, I'm going to do this or that to you." I was like, "Kevin, we're not going to hurt you. We're not going to do anything to you. We just want to have a conversation." And we saw the windows open. Or the blinds open. We're like, come open the door, dude. And then, he sees us there. I'm like, "Can we come in and just have a talk?" He's like, "Yes." Then we're sitting down. That's when I tell him it's voluntary to talk to us. And it's all on camera. And never do I tell him anything like, "You're going to say this to me or else I'm going to do this to you." He said this all on his own accord. And, at any point. And I also told him, you don't have to talk to me. So it was a consensual conversation. Yeah, maybe he lives in some house or something, or
To the station.
a room or something.
Well, there's some businesses that have apartments above them. Oh, okay.
Okay, what's up, guys? So right now they're taking all of his devices. I don't think an arrest is going to happen tonight, but I think by the time this video drops, it should have arrested in the title. So Kentucky's kind of like Ohio in the fact that our decoy chats can't necessarily be used since we're not cops or a real kid, obviously. So we have to go another route in Kentucky, which is with the images on their devices. So I think he's going to get arrested on that, no doubt, based on what he admitted to. So, do you understand? So yeah, so this may be like a 2-hour catch or 1.5 hours. I don't know how long it was, but we spent hours and hours and hours looking for this guy. So we had him driving off on us twice, and you know, this guy never gave his real name. Well, he said that his name was Kev, but he never gave like his full name. Like he wasn't just like, oh, he's this and this. Like we had to do everything. We had to find him. You know, the guy's holding the camera. He actually found his apartment based on the tiles on from the video call, and we matched it up to this. And he set a general location. Like he dropped that he's at this pizza place, which is pretty close to these apartments. So we kind of zeroed in a location. And then we zeroed in an apartment based on the tiles on the video call. So, oh man, it was definitely hours looking for this dude. But I'm glad we found him, and I'm glad Richmond is going to be a little bit safer now. So, if you want to join locals, be a part of the reason we can travel nationwide, travel most, catch the sickest, join in the pinned comment or press that red join button if you're on Rumble. Bye.
If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $8 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.